Thank you for tuning in to this month's edition of the CEO video. I'd like to take a few moments to introduce myself. My name is Jeremy Peters. I'm currently serving as the Interim CEO for NACD, and it's my pleasure to be serving in this capacity during the time of transition for the association. Real quickly, I'd like to provide you a quick update on the transition process and then recap our recent legislative fly-in on Capitol Hill, and then spend a little bit of time talking about our plans for the upcoming Stewardship Week in April. So first, to talk about the transition, we certainly have a very smooth and deliberate transition plan that is taking place. As NACD President Lee McDaniel asked me to serve as the interim CEO during this time, we've worked really hard over the last several weeks to ensure that the affairs of the association are effectively managed and that we're on a smooth process going forward as the officer team and the executive board begin the process of identifying how they're going to fill the CEO position on a more long-term basis. So for now, know that the association is working hard every day to make sure that the same quality level of service is being provided to our members and to districts, and there will be news in the next few weeks as the officer team and executive board determine how they want to proceed with filling the role on a more permanent basis. Real quickly, I'd like to recap NACD's spring legislative fly-in. NACD had a very successful legislative fly-in last week in Washington, D.C., and more than 100 Soil and Water Conservation District supervisors, employees, and state association representatives gathered on Capitol Hill to meet with their local representatives and promote the shared values of conservation districts across the nation. The event kicked off with a breakfast in the Capitol Visitor Center where NACD President Lee McDaniel and staff briefed our members on the latest policy issues impacting conservation districts to prepare them for visits with their lawmakers. Members spent the remainder of the day visiting with their members on behalf of NACD on a number of priorities, including FY16 appropriations and budget issues, continued implementation of the Farm Bill and the conservation provisions, a concurrent resolution recognizing locally led conservation and soil health, as well as a variety of state-specific issues. Now is an extremely important time for conservation districts to make their voices heard. Conservation has already gone through sequestration and cuts during the Farm Bill process, and that's a Farm Bill where the ink is just barely dry. So we feel like that with upcoming budget decisions, it's important now more than ever to let Congress know the value of conservation in local communities so that they understand the importance of these programs and what they mean for landowners and for the ability to effectively manage natural resources. The fly-in wrapped up with a Congressional Reception on Capitol Hill, where members got the opportunity to network with legislators, congressional staff, members of the media, and partner organizations and agencies. Congressman Glenn Thompson and Ralph Abraham, both of which are members of the House Agriculture Committee, attended the evening's events and spoke about the importance of conservation districts and locally led conservation. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize our reception sponsors for helping us host a great event. Those sponsors include CHS, the U.S. Sugar Corporation, the International Certified Crop Advisor Program, the Society for Range Management, the U.S. Cattlemen's Association, and the National Conservation District Employees Association. Looking ahead, we have a very exciting Stewardship Week planned in April. 2015 is the 60th anniversary of NACD's Soil and Water Stewardship Week, and this year our theme is Local Heroes, Your Hardworking Pollinators. Stewardship Week is April 26th through May 3rd, so visit nacdnet.org for more information. We're encouraging districts to use this celebration as a time to reach out to their local communities, to educate citizens about the importance of pollinators in maintaining their habitat. Pollinators are an important part of the web of life upon which we all depend, forming the underpinning of a healthy and sustainable future for food and the environment. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of signs of decline in recent years, and when pollinators shrink in numbers, many plants either produce less seed or no seed at all. So the bottom line is when pollinators start disappearing, plants and many important food sources start disappearing as well. Local soil and water conservation districts assist in maintaining and developing habitat for pollinators, so this work with landowners is very important. thank you very much for tuning into this month's CEO video, and on behalf of NACD and our staff, thank you for all the work that you do.